practice English speaking.
Hello, welcome to Practice English Speaking, the place where learning English feels like chatting with friends and not like sitting in a boring classroom with sleepy eyes.
Yes, and today we will talk about a question that makes many English learners suddenly forget all their English, like their brain presses the panic button.
Exactly. The question is, tell me about yourself, and suddenly people remember only their name and maybe their favorite food.
That is true, Anna, because when someone asks me that question in English, my brain becomes empty like my refrigerator on Sunday night.
That is a very relatable problem, Jake, because many learners know English words but still feel nervous when they need to talk about themselves.
Yes, and sometimes people answer like robots and say, "My name is Jake. I am 25. I live in city." And then they stop like the battery finished.
Today, we will show you an easy and natural way to answer, "Tell me about yourself," so you sound friendly, confident, and not like a confused robot.
And do not worry if your English is simple, because simple English with confidence sounds much better than complicated English with panic.
So relax. Imagine we're drinking coffee together, and let's practice answering this famous question step by step.
Yes, grab your imaginary coffee, because learning English with coffee energy is always better.
Okay, Jake. Imagine you are in a job interview and someone asks you the scary question, "Tell me about yourself."
Oh no, I already feel nervous, and I'm not even in a real interview.
Relax, Jake, because the secret is to answer in 3 simple parts: your basic introduction, what you do, and something interesting about you.
That sounds easy, but my brain still wants to run away.
Don't worry, your brain can stay because the first part is very simple. You say your name and a small introduction.
Okay, I can do that without fainting.
For example, you can say, "Hi, my name is Jake, and I live in a small city where the weather changes its mood every 5 minutes."
That actually sounds natural and also a little funny.
Yes, because when you add a small, friendly detail, people feel more comfortable listening to you.
So instead of sounding like a passport description, we sound like a real person.
Exactly, Jake, because nobody enjoys listening to someone who sounds like a machine reading a form.
Okay, what is the second part before I start sweating again?
The second part is talking about what you do in your life, like your job, studies, or daily activities.
That means I can say something like, "Right now, I work in a small office where coffee is the most important employee."
That is actually very realistic, because in many offices, coffee works harder than people.
True. Sometimes the coffee machine is the real boss.
So a simple answer can be, "I work in an office, and I enjoy learning new skills and meeting different people."
That sounds friendly and positive, and it does not sound like I'm reading a dictionary.
Exactly, because when you speak with small emotions and personality, your English becomes alive.
My English usually feels sleepy, so this is good advice.
Now let's talk about the third part, which is sharing something interesting or personal about you.
Does eating pizza 3 times a week count as interesting?
It definitely counts as honest, and honesty is very relatable.
Good, because pizza and I have a strong emotional connection.
For example, you can say, "In my free time, I enjoy watching movies, practicing English, and sometimes trying to cook new food."
Trying to cook new food is a nice sentence because it also hides the fact that sometimes the food becomes a disaster.
Exactly, Jake, because learning cooking and learning English have one thing in common. Sometimes things go wrong, but we still keep trying.
That is very true, because my first English conversation sounded like broken puzzle pieces.
And now you speak much better, even if you still confuse words sometimes.
Hey, confusing words is my special talent.
Now let's combine the 3 parts into one smooth answer so listeners can hear the full example.
Okay, I would try. And please laugh quietly if I make a mistake.
I promise friendly laughter only.
Here's my answer. Hi, my name is Jake. I live in a friendly city where people love coffee almost as much as they love sleep.
That already sounds natural and relaxed.
Right now, I work in a small office, and I enjoy learning new things and improving my English because I like meeting people from different places.
Great. That sentence shows motivation and personality.
In my free time, I like watching movies, talking with friends, and sometimes cooking food that hopefully does not burn.
That is a perfect ending because it sounds human and a little funny.
I survived the question and my heart is still beating normally.
See, answering "tell me about yourself" is not scary when you follow a simple structure.
The structure saved my brain from panic mode.
Remember this easy formula: name and a small introduction, what you do, and something personal about your interests.
And maybe add a little humor so people remember you.
Yes, because friendly energy makes conversations easier for everyone.
Also, learners should not worry about perfect grammar every second.
That is very important advice because communication is more important than perfection.
If people understand you and smile, your English is already working.
Exactly. Language is for connection, not for stress.
I wish someone told me that earlier when I was sweating during my first English interview.
Many learners feel that way. So practicing simple answers like this helps build confidence.
Confidence grows slowly, like a plant that needs water and sunlight.
And daily speaking practice is the sunlight for your English.
That is a beautiful sentence, Anna, and also very motivational.
Thank you, Jake. I try to be wise at least once per episode.
One wise moment per episode is a good goal.
Before we finish, let's repeat the key idea one more time so our listeners remember it easily.
Yes, repetition is the best friend of language learning.
When someone asks, "Tell me about yourself," start with your name and a small, friendly introduction.
Then explain what you do in your work or studies without sounding like a tired robot.
And finally, share a small personal interest or hobby so the listener feels connected to you.
If you follow these steps, the scary question becomes a simple conversation.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the more natural your answer will sound.
Soon, you will answer that question with confidence instead of panic.
And maybe even with a smile.
Yes, smiling helps because it relaxes your brain and your voice.
Thank you, everyone, for practicing English with us today.
Remember, small daily practice can create big confidence over time.
Keep speaking, keep learning, and keep enjoying the journey of English.
And if your English feels messy sometimes, don't worry. Mine still does too.
That is part of the learning adventure.
See you next time for more relaxed English practice.
Bye, everyone, and keep speaking English every day.